Hi everyone, my name is Shawn in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my first reading vlog. So I really enjoy watching reading vlogs, so I thought I'd try to do one myself. I'm in a little bit of a reading slump. I haven't read for 2 months, and part of that is because I was in the hospital for 5 weeks. But I thought I'd do a book that I've heard people say is a quick read, and I've heard mixed reviews on this series, but I've heard that it's a quick read. I've heard it's gotten some people out of reading slumps, so hopefully it will help with my reading slump. And this book is The Selection by Kiera Cass. The top of this selection says 35 Girls, 1 Crown, the competition of a lifetime. I'll read the back in just one sec, but I've heard this is like The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, which I think is a TV show that people like, right? I don't know. Let me read the back. For 35 girls, the selection is a chance of a lifetime. The opportunity to be swept up in a world of glittering gowns and priceless jewels, to live in a palace and compete for the heart of gorgeous Prince Maxon. But for America Singer, being selected is a nightmare. It means turning her back on her secret love with Aspen, who is a cased, I don't know what that word is, who is a caste below her, and leaving her home to enter a fierce competition for a crown she doesn't want. Then America meets Prince Maxon. Gradually, she begins to realize that the life she's always dreamed of may not compare to a future she never imagined. So I only got this because of the hype and because it has a gorgeous cover. So I'm gonna dive on into this book. And it will probably take me a while to read this book because, as I said, I'm in a reading slump, but hopefully it is a good book. Okay, so I just finished chapter 1 of this selection and I'm confused because so far it's boring and slow, and it feels like they live in a society where there isn't like empowered females, which is something that I really like in books. I'm hoping that it'll grow on me, but I don't know. It just seems so slow and not that interesting. And I also think that it's not good that the girls that are selected are between 16 and 20, I think it was, because it's like there's a chance that their relationship could be one that's not acceptable age-wise, because 18 and under, you're a child still, and if the prince is like in his 20s, then he would be an adult, like getting married to a child. But if he is in his like 16 or 17, like if he's a child, then he could be marrying an adult. I don't like that, okay? The only time I'm okay with those type of age gaps where it's like a child and an adult in a relationship is if it's like vampires. So I'm not really feeling it yet, but I know a lot of people said they read it in one day. So I'm gonna plug on through and try and read another chapter, and hopefully it gets better. I don't really DNF books, so I'm gonna finish this. It's just gonna take me a while, but yeah, not feeling it so far. But you know, sometimes the first chapters in books just aren't gripping because they're just setting stuff up, so maybe it'll get better. And I'm hoping we get to see America be like powerful and amazing and not like, I don't know, not falling prey to what her society is trying to get her to do. You see what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna go read another chapter. Be right back. Hi everyone, I haven't given a reading update in a while, so I thought I'd update all of you. I'm about to dive into chapter 10, which is page 103 of the selection. So far, I have mixed feelings about it. It reminds me a bit of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette mixed with The Hunger Games. So far, I started really liking Aspen, but then he turned into sort of a jerk. Like at first he was like the sweetheart who only wanted to do good things, and then he turned into a jerk, and I was like, what's up with this? I'm having a hard time remembering the characters' names, so when I'm talking, I'm having to look back in the book constantly. So I really like Marley. I'm not a huge fan of the main character that much. I mean, she's okay, but she's not my favorite. But I really like Marley. She is sweet and really nice, and she just seems like she's someone who couldn't do anything wrong. So the characters are what is really driving this story for me, because I'm finding the plot and the pace to be a little lackluster. I can understand why people would be really obsessed with it, but for me, I'm like, not the biggest obsessed with it. Like, it might turn out to be a 3-star, 4-star read for me, but I'm just not thinking that's going to be one of my favorite books of all time like it is for everyone else. The other thing is, I mean, as of right now, I'm not really sure how this would be a whole long series like it is. Like, I might get done reading the first book and just feel satisfied with where it leaves off, because it feels like the series might stretch on too long based on the plot line. But yeah, that's my thoughts for right now, and I'll update all of you later with the rest of my thoughts. Okay, so I've read more of the selection. I'm currently on chapter 17, so page 208. I'm trying to update every 100 pages-ish, even though I'm not doing the greatest at it. I was going to do every chapter, but I'm not really at my apartment right now because of my health issues, so I'm limiting it to every 100 chapters that I give an update. I'm actually really enjoying this book. At first I wasn't sure about it, but it definitely grew on me. I really like the relationship that Maxon and America have. I think that it's like the ideal friendship or relationship that I'd want, at least, because they're like joking with each other, but they're there for each other and supportive for each other. They're a little awkward because people are always awkward, and it's just perfectly written. I'm finding that I'm flying through this book. It's really easy to read and it's a very light read. I don't like Celeste, but I think that's purposeful because Celeste is meant to be like the Draco of the story or the bully of the story. And the rebels are really interesting to me, and that is what is keeping me interested, I'd say, because it seems like there's a little bit of a mystery here. There might be a rebellion later in the series. Because I was wondering how this series was like a long series. I forget how many books are actually in the series. But yeah, that is basically my thoughts right now. I'm really enjoying it, and I will update you all when I finish the book, probably. Because I have, I think, 120 pages left. Yeah, and then I will wrap this up with a little review. Okay, so I've only read 50 more pages-ish of the selection. So I'm on chapter 19, page 256, but I need to talk about what I just read. So first of all, Celeste, I hate her. Like, can she just get out of the story? Goodbye, leave. She is such a brat. Second of all, something just happened that was really cute. And our relationship, Maxon and America now, they just have like such a sweet friendship. I'll say that for right now because I don't want to spoil it for all of you. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this book, and I think it might be a 5-star read for me. And I'm really surprised considering I didn't like the first couple of chapters. So yeah, I'm gonna go read more of this book, and maybe I will finish it soon. Okay, so I just finished the selection by Kiera Cass. I'm still debating whether I'm going to be giving it 4 or 5 stars, but you can check out my Goodreads to see which star rating I ended up giving it. So I really like the rebel part of the selection, and I like the dystopian elements, and I like the whole idea of the selection. However, I did have some issues with the book. I felt like it was a very character-driven book, and I liked about half the characters that were main characters. I liked Marley. I thought America was okay, but not great. I didn't like Aspen. I started out liking him, and then I stopped liking him. I liked Maxon. Yeah. Celeste and Aspen were just major, like, don't like you. And that's why I might give this book 4 stars instead of 5 stars. It did start off a little bit not as interesting as I thought it would be, but it definitely got much better, and it definitely became really addicting. I will definitely be continuing with the series. I don't know when, because I think I might be asking for the rest of the series for Christmas, but I don't know yet. I felt like the author has a really great writing style that's really easy to read and really easy to read quickly. It's also a very captivating and interesting writing style, so I'd highly recommend that everyone check out this selection, especially if you heard me read the back of the book earlier in the video and you thought that to be interesting. I really hope this selection gets made into a movie someday because I feel like it would make a fantastic movie. And yeah, I think that's all my thoughts on the selection. I will try to write out a review for Goodreads, and that review will be up by the time that this video goes up. If you like this reading vlog, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. I'm still undecided about whether I want to do more reading vlogs or not because I'm not the best at them, if I'm being quite honest. That's what I discovered by filming this reading vlog. But I will still be making more book videos in the future, and you can check out my Goodreads and Bookstagram and all of that if you go down in the description of this video. For now, I just hope all of you are having a great start to your week, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye!